Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Before I begin, here are my disclaimers. Today I am going to give you an update about China Everbright Limited latest report. China Everbright Limited provides a diverse range of financial services across various sectors. At the core of its operations are two primary business segments, fund management business and principal investments business. The company invests in unlisted equity securities, equity derivatives, and other areas such as new economy, artificial intelligence, advanced manufacturing, new energy, medical care, senior health care, overseas acquisition, infrastructure, real estate, aircraft industry chain, consumer market, wealth management, and more. In terms of specific investments, China Everbright Limited focuses on platforms related to aircraft leasing, artificial intelligence of things, and elderly care industries. It also invests in a variety of financial products including equity, debts, structured products, and others. The company offers a range of financial services including asset management, investment advisory services, return funds, bond funds, equity funds, and fund of funds. Furthermore, China Everbright Limited provides additional services such as management, treasury management, money lending, property and project investment, and consultancy services. With its extensive reach in Hong Kong, mainland China, and internationally, the company is well-positioned to cater to a broad spectrum of clients across various industries. The income statement shows that the company revenue have been declining annually and operating income have not been increasing. This shows that the business is under pressure with rising cost and its management is unable to expand the business. The primary drivers of revenue growth or decline can be identified by examining the key contributors to an organization's financial performance. On the positive side, revenue growth is primarily driven by the increase in sales of inventories, dividend income, and realized gains on trading securities. The Hong Kong and mainland segment also experienced significant revenue growth, with a 71% and 49% increase in income from contracts with customers, respectively. Additionally, investment properties and trading securities saw notable increases. On the other hand, revenue decline is primarily attributed to decreases in management fee income, consultancy fee and performance fee income, interest income, Hong Kong profits tax, and overseas taxation. The others segment revenue also declined by 44%, while income from investments in Hong Kong and mainland decreased by a substantial 92%. These factors collectively contribute to the overall revenue growth or decline of an organization. Net income decline and profit margin shifts from 2024 to 2025. The company's net income experienced a significant decline of $130,047, representing a 7% decrease. This downturn in net income is a notable change for the company. The profit margins also underwent changes during this period, although the overall profit margin remained unchanged due to both years reporting losses. Specific business segments showed variations. The income from contracts with customers saw a decline of 38%, while the net income/loss from investments plummeted by 105%. The reasons behind these shifts in net income and profit margins can be attributed to two main factors. Firstly, there was a decrease in dividend income, which likely had a substantial impact on the company's financial performance. Secondly, an increase in unrealized losses on financial assets at fair value through profit or loss also contributed to the decline in net income and changes in profit margins. These changes highlight the need for the company to reassess its business strategies and explore ways to mitigate these losses and improve its overall financial performance. The company's financial performance is a notable aspect of its overall health. One key indicator of this is the generation of positive operating cash flow. This means that the company is able to generate more cash from its core operations than it spends on various expenses. According to the provided data, the net cash inflow from operating activities has been consistently high in recent years. In 2025, the company reported a net cash inflow of HK $545,397, while in 2024, this figure was even higher at $1,691,434. This significant increase in operating cash flow is a positive sign for the company's financial stability. The substantial net cash inflows from operating activities indicate that the company is able to cover its expenses and generate excess cash, which can be used for various purposes such as investing in new projects or paying off debts. Overall, the generation of positive operating cash flow suggests that the company is financially healthy and well-positioned for future growth. The company's debt level and interest expenses have undergone significant changes. On the one hand, non-current debt has increased by $188,990 due to an increase in bonds payable. However, this is offset by a decrease in current debt, specifically bank loans, which decreased by $52,539. Furthermore, total interest-bearing borrowings have also decreased by $492 million. In terms of interest expenses, the company has seen a notable decline. Interest paid has decreased by $348,623, and interest expenses have dropped by 33% year-on-year. These decreases in debt level and interest expenses suggest that the company is actively managing its financial obligations and reducing its reliance on borrowed funds. The financial performance of the company can be analyzed based on various segments and regions. On a positive note, the principal investments business, secondary market investments, cornerstone investments total financial investments, fund management business, primary market fund, and RMB-denominated funds all performed well. These successful segments contributed significantly to the company's revenue growth. The fund management business saw an increase in income from $190 million to $195 million, while the primary market fund had 43 products with a total asset under management, AUM, of $9.1 billion. Additionally, RMB-denominated funds reached a substantial AUM of $71.9 billion. However, some segments and regions did not fare as well. The fund management business initially performed poorly on page 24, but later showed improvement. The real estate segment of the fund management business also struggled. Furthermore, secondary market fund and FOFs, non-RMB currencies, experienced decline in performance. Geographically, Hong Kong and mainland was a region that underperformed, with revenue decreasing from $407,124 to $321,920. Management is optimistic about the company's outlook due to a recovering market. The shift in investment logic is towards long-term industrial empowerment, focusing on value creation, investment value capture, and return generation. To achieve this, management intends to hold its investment in China Everbright Bank for long-term strategic purposes. The company is deepening its engagement in fields such as technology innovation, emerging pillar industries, and prospective industries. This includes promoting the development of the fund management business through strategic investments in primary and secondary markets, as well as principal investments in key areas like aircraft leasing and AIoT. Management plans to capitalize on industry recovery by focusing on hard technology investments, strengthening fundraising efforts, launching new funds in 2026, and prioritizing strategic emerging industries and key core technologies. The company is also leveraging asset management to drive real economy development and promote public well-being through its IMIX Parks brand. Overall, the company's strategy is centered around long-term growth, value creation, and industrial empowerment. Management is confident in the company's ability to capitalize on market recovery and achieve strong returns through strategic investments and exits. The company has a history of paying out dividends to its shareholders. According to the financial records, in 2024, the company paid out a total of $152,788 as dividends. This amount decreased slightly in 2025, with the company paying out $168,525. The clear indication that the company pays dividends is also stated on page 53, where it explicitly states paid dividends. Yes. That concludes the financial summary for China Everbright Limited. Feel free to comment below, and I will be happy to answer them when possible.